Welcome back to another episode of Ricans. I'm happy-go-lucky non-Star Trek Lou.
I'm just happy, period, Mo. And I don't mean period like it's that time of the month, so let's get past that, all right? So welcome to another edition. So I gotta say, dude, there's so much going on.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, I'm nerd salivating just the stuff that's coming into play. And
both cinematic and TV.
I mean, first off, before we even get to the stuff that's soon to come, just what's already here. Daredevil.
Yes.
Born Again. Episode 3, if I'm not mistaken. Talk about giving me back the love from the Netflix series going forward. And you brought back Jon Bernthal's Punisher.
That was episode 4.
4. Yes. As I say, I'm so excited. It's like I lost track where I was at with that.
Episode 4.
I watched that like a good 2 times just to see that scene alone. And I'm like, wow.
Now, do you think they're going to give him his own series again?
Well,
The Punisher? Bernthal?
Well, think of it this way.
Or his own movie?
Think of it this way. All I have to do is say one name that was never, I thought, as far as when Disney was acquired, is going to get another movie. Deadpool.
Yeah.
And was that not the most R-rated Deadpool there is? From killing, from the language. And I think putting on some. Yes. But then again, he is brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, he's brutal what he does.
And I mentioned this in the last episode, I believe, that in this Daredevil, there's more cursing.
Yeah.
Than there was in a Netflix series. So,
yeah.
And for Disney, I'm shocked.
At this point, I think they're looking
Mickey Mouse's ears must be turning backwards.
No, they got a plug in his ears. Yeah. He's probably hearing his own music. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Yeah.
And and I seen from John Woo film. What was that again? A John Woo film with John Travolta, and they switched places with each other. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Face Off.
Face Off.
Face Off.
Thank you, Omnipotent Voice, for chiming in on that one. But it would be like that. The mouse is just sitting there, hearing the music. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Yeah. And Deadpool, and you'll just see Deadpool in the background. He's like wasting everyone. No different with the Punisher, doing what he does best. Yeah. That's why he's not hearing it.
That's what I'm saying. I think he deserves either his own episode, his own series.
Oh, he definitely deserves his own series, or he's a movie. And from the rumors I've heard, and again, I'm saying this because they're just rumors. There's nothing confirmed. But with the multiverse saga between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers, what was it again? The second one. Avengers with the Beyonder. Damn it.
Secret Wars?
Secret Wars, that's right. I had a nerd fart moment right there in my brain. But Secret Wars, there's talks where they'll have Thomas Jane and Bernthal together. Because they're different universes. And so it's logical. See, I can see how Marvel can do this whole multiverse segment right. They've done it so far. They've kept the continuity of the TV shows all the way through into the cinematic universe. They bridged the gap between the two.
Now that you say that, not to throw it off a little, did you see, there's a little video out there going on about the two Hulks?
Yes.
It's if they make that happen.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I know what you're talking about, in which, like at the very end of Captain America, right? You had the leader talking about they're coming. And then there was the rumor of the Dark Avengers, which is Iron Man being Doom, Captain America, Dark, Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow, also Dark. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a Thor, but there's rumor, and I've seen it more than once, that they're bringing the Maestro Hulk. And the person who's going to voice the Maestro Hulk, none other than Lou Ferrigno.
See, I didn't see the one I'm talking about is with Norton.
That's what I would thought too. That it would, they would bring in Norton, but
the one that I saw was with Edward Norton. They're going on, and Scar is supposed to make an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
There is,
Well, he already made an appearance in Jennifer Walters'
Right.
She-Hulk.
they're thinking about
World
naming
War
it-
Hulk.
Yes.
A version of World War Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that one too, and I'm like, See, I like that. It was like it's creative thinking. It's actually you're pretty much hearing the fans, and the fans said this, and the fans said that. Just like what I heard if they were they're going to do, or it's talked about. It was talked about before, but now it's given even more. It's got more traction, where we're actually going to wind up seeing Wolverine versus the Hulk. Hugh Jackman and Mark Garofalo's Hulk version, but not Smart, not that version.
The Brute one.
The Brute one. That's right, the Brute one.
Also, a rumor has it, well, the kid that plays Spider-Man, what's his name? I'm not good with names.
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Okay.
He read and finished the script to the next Spider-Man movie. He is really, really excited about it.
I heard rumor about that one.
Yes.
Rumor has it that he's supposed to team up with the Punisher,
Yes.
facing against another Raging Hulk, not a Smart Hulk banner, but Raging Hulk.
So it can only mean
That and also leads towards Secret Wars
yeah.
and Avengers Doomsday. So I'm like,
The Raging Hulk to me has got to be Norton's. Edward Norton's Hulk.
I would like to think that would be the case, but to me, it's like up in the air. They're like I said, they're throwing out the names. I'm just waiting for when it's truly fruition.
And
When it's right there, and you can say, yes, it's definite.
and if it's the
I mean, I'm
Punisher-
getting hairs just standing up on the thought of it.
and if it's the Hulk and Punisher, I mean not Hulk and Punisher, Spider-Man and Punisher, I hope they do justice with the cover, like the way the Spider-Man cover with the. Oh,
I know.
I think
It's like when I hear about
Black suit, Spider-Man.
yes, black suit, but
no, this one was the red and blue one.
No, but I wish it was
Oh, yeah.
black suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Got the black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you see that logo on the front of the Punisher, you're already like, it's like just talking about it again. The hairs are standing. My nerd hairs are standing on
And I
end.
want to know now, this is Punisher's back. Is Marvel going to bring back the Punisher series? Because they canceled it.
They did, but that was Netflix because of the fact
No.
that
I'm talking about the comic book.
they did, but doesn't mean it's not going to come back. And the version that they're talking about coming back is where he winds up getting Iron Man's War Machine armor. That series I've been reading over again because I said I got to get that series. Because how did I miss him having
Right.
Iron Man's armor, War Machine armor? Of all things he should have, that's perfect for him. And I read the whole series. I was like, wow, I'm going to read it again because it was so good. But to think that, let's say in Armor Wars, he acquires it.
Yeah.
Again, nerd hairs. There you go. There's your nerd alert. Just to see. I mean, there's so much creative stuff that's being thrown out there now. Half true, half false, or just the conjecture of it that sometimes you have to believe that it could happen.
Yeah.
It's like me personally, when they settle on who they're going to do or bring in for Ghost Rider, that they do the issue that I love, and I forgot whether it was 10 of the third iteration. It was the glow in the dark cover. Remember that one? It was black and white, and it was glow in the dark. And I remember leaving it under the light for most of the day. When I switched it off that night, and it just glue in the dark, I was like, oh, you have that issue? Mwah, you know as well as I do, that was just the one to keep, bro.
I got that issue.
Oh, what? And how many times did you put that into the light and turn the light off just to see that glow in the dark effect, bro?
I got that
I
issue.
want to see that. I want to see a scene where it's dark, like the lights went out, and then all of a sudden, boom, you see the flame. Then you see the skull that's coming right towards you. And then the eyes and the pigmentation underneath start to glow because he's about to hit you with the penance stare. Ooh. Telling you, man, as a nerd, this is a bit exciting times being a nerd right now. So many cons coming up, so many opportunities to meet the people and the creators behind this. Whoo! I'm excited for Comic-Con. I'm waiting for that notice to come in about fan verification so I can put it through. Are you kidding me?
Well, mine should still be good. I think I did my family.
Oh yeah,
vacation.
I've done mine so many times. Let's say I click yes, boom, move on, let's go.
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm just waiting to see what they have in store for us come this year. It's like you to get an indication sometimes, and it's not 100%, but at least you get an idea. You watch the San Diego Con.
Yeah.
You watch the San Diego Con, and then you see who pops up or whatever, and what they're rolling out, and what they roll out. It's like 9 times out of 10.
Why you had to say roll out for? Why you had to say roll out for?
Oh wait, I transform.
Yeah, why you had to say
Damn,
roll
that
out?
didn't that didn't work.
Yeah.
Transform.
No,
That didn't work either. Oh well.
Ah,
So roll out. We'll have to do.
yeah.
And rolling out, it is, seeing what they're going to put on, and then knowing that somewhere when it comes to New York Comic Con, you're going to get a taste of that and then some. Because
Yeah.
I've noticed that the con is also specializing also in the independent films. They may not be like as well known yet, but I always keep an eye out for the independent stuff too, because there's some great stuff that is happening
But you know
in
why?
the independent world.
Because they got something to prove.
Yes.
Their storytelling
Yes.
got to be better than the regular.
And the software today is easily accessible. Anyone can use it.
Yes.
I mean, if you want, look up YouTube fan films and see for yourself that it's no longer the big companies and
No.
they spend millions. I mean, if you really want a good example of how money was wasted, watch the first Justice League and seeing what I like to call mustache gate, what they did to Henry Cavill. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then one guy online with his own computer, $13 million. I'm going to tell you right now, they cost $13 million to remove that mustache. And I don't know what they did. Like either did like a cartoon and just ripped it off of him. But the other guy, he did it.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell the man had a full-on mustache whatsoever. He did it great.
Yeah. There's a YouTube, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to say it. A lot of the Star Trek shows that come out of there, they've actually become canon.
If and I say if Paramount deems them to be canon, like they did with the comic books,
Yeah.
IDW, because they did say when I went to their panel that they have a relationship with Paramount, and Paramount gave them the green light to say whatever you create as far as the comic book world is concerned, whatever you create, Star Trek based story, that story becomes canon in their universe. I'm like, what? I remember approaching one of the artists when they were at Trek Long Island, and I was volunteering there, and I said, was one of the people from IDW, I said, hey, you know that every story that they do is canon to your universe and to your show. So you should check out, I think it was Melissa Navia, I think I told that to, and it's canon to your show. Check it out. I'm going to say it to, when I go this year in May, from May to June, when I go volunteer again, because Celia Gooding, she plays Uhura.
Where's this at going to be?
Oh, this is in Trek Long Island, Motor Parkway, the Hyatt Inn. Go. I recommend it highly. If you're a Trek fan, go check it out. It's from Friday to Sunday, best 3 days you're ever going to have, and they have from the original series to Next Generation, one or two Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, including even Strange New Worlds and maybe one Discovery. But they have not just one, but like maybe 10 or 12 people that show up. Go to treklongisland.com and you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that I will tell her when I see her, I say, you know that this is canon to your show. Every story they write, even about you, is canon to your show. You might as well start picking it up so that way you can read up on it. And then so as soon as or even bring it to, the writers, hey, they wrote this and it's canon. They're going to verify it and they know it's canon. There you go. What better way in bridging those two gaps? And then the ones that they're done online by independent people, if they deem it canon, yes. Otherwise, they're great standalones on themselves. They have a lot of Batman issues and even great, and I'll say it, great Star Wars storylines that they've created with the effects are fantastic. The fight choreography and what they use, I'm like Disney, go check them out.
Yeah.
Go check them out. It's like, yeah, you can go after them, but guess what? These are true die-hard core fans who are writing stories that, you know what, hire them to direct one story. Take their story and let them direct it and put it up there, bro.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly,
Let them write an episode.
quite frankly, the bigger the fan, the most detail they'll have about a storyline. Because we fans, we investigate it all. You can't fault the fan. We investigate it all, and we make sure that as far as canon is concerned, we keep it top notch in every storyline. Whether it's Batman, Deadpool,
Yeah.
Star Wars, Star Trek, it's all out there. It's beautiful, but it's all out there. Okay. Now, before we continue and going on to the next segment, we have one segment we want to introduce. Right before we go into break, we're going to introduce it, which is called the Rican Rant. My partner here is going to be the first Scarlet Branch of that Rican Rant. He's got something to say,
Yeah.
and I feel sorry for what they did. That's all I got to say. With that, we'll come back with more Rican. Hi everyone, and we're back. Okay, I'm Groovy Mo,
I'm happy-go-lucky Lou, who's a little angry, but it's okay.
and yes, he is a little angry because he's got something to say, and so we're now dedicating this segment as the Rican Rant. And I'm sorry, for what you might hear. No, I'm not. Take it away, bro. Kill him.
I recently was part of a kind of auction. They're called the Good Old Comics, GOC. And their packaging is great, but their invoices, I would get their invoices through whatever I purchased 3 times, 4 times a day. And when I paid the invoices, mailing date was Mondays. These mother flowers, the guy in charge, his name is Pete Swan, his name, and he, for some reason, didn't send out my last invoice because he says I didn't pay, and he said it on live, I didn't pay my last invoice. So I said it out, I wrote back on his live, I did pay, maybe you should pay attention more to your invoices. And he kept ranting, so I gave him the emoji middle finger, and I told him to go to where he got to go with that. And he blocked me for his own mistake. Okay, I don't think that was right. Again, they're called GOC. Okay, if you with them, fine, but let them know that they do things. And I'm trying to be nice without cursing here, so it's kind of hard because I really want to curse, but I don't want the producer guy, God in the back of the camera, to spend all day bleeping.
But break his wrist.
Yes, yes. But these mother flowers are really not. They're not. I would not buy from them because number one, they hike up the prices to the books 4 times. You go to eBay, you get it for a lot less. But I was doing it because I liked, I like the fact that I was mingling with other people there, but these guys, they did me dirty. And I don't think, and I'm being nice about this, but GOC, Good Old Comics, if you're part of them, good luck. Good luck with the invoices. Good luck with getting your packages. These guys are a bunch of idiots criminally. Ooh, those flowers. And I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to curse or anything. And but Mo, take it away. Before I get really angry.
Calm down, bro. You're okay, bro. You're okay. You're amongst friends.
We're gonna roll up. Why we gotta say roll up though? Why we got again with the rolling up?
Transform.
Yeah.
Still not working. Wow. Well, you heard it first on the very first olive branch of the Rican Rant. If you got something to say and you got something to get off your chest, feel free to send us a 3-minute video of what it is you want to rant about. of course, dealing with the world of comic books, movies, TV, fantasy, whatever it is that gets you go, whether it's Stranger Things, Star Trek, Star Wars, Daredevil, something that just got you, picando, you know what, get it off your chest, come on here. We'll examine it, and if it's good and somewhat as clean as his, we'll put it on and give you your voice.
Doesn't
here.
have to be so clean though.
Don't encourage him. I already have enough time, and his wrist is already breaking because of me. We don't need to do that.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could say mother flower, son of a sandwich.
Son of a sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know.
Son of a sandwich.
I don't know. Yeah.
Really? You can be politically correct. You can say penis. You can say feces.
Yes.
If you wanted to. What's that? Botox.
So when you say penis, are you talking about the man or the woman?
Wow. I think that's a rant in itself.
You expected me to go there.
I know I
have a
did.
question for you guys, though.
Shoot.
When something like that happens, what frustrates you more? The fact that you're a loyal customer, or the fact that you have to find another?
No, loyal. Because
Loyal
I was
customer,
with
yeah.
them. I was with them for a year and a half, ordering books, paying my stuff on time. And even if I didn't pay it on time, I would write back, listen, I'm going to pay you Friday, or I'm going to send you the invoice to, I would let them know. And another thing also that I did was whenever I paid an invoice, I would take a picture of it and send it to either his email or his Instagram account, so he could know that it's paid. So I did that, and he still didn't look at it. So I covered my back because I always kept them.
And you should do the same if you're having that same troubles.
Yeah.
But finding someone else, and to tell you the truth, there are a lot of them out there. There are a lot of people, and some of them more, I won't say legitimate, but are more studious when it comes to the customer, because what's most important to their success of business? Us.
Yes.
The ones who are paying the money to buy this stuff from them. I mean, the vibe could be great, but if you're cross-eyed about the numbers and you don't dot the I's and T's correctly, you're going to lose customers.
Mm-hmm.
You really are. We definitely, and with that, I would say, OGC, get your stuff together, bro.
GOC.
GOC?
GOC.
Like I care.
Yeah. And
with that,
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Greetings to all parents seeking an educational and entertaining show for your child. Look no further, as I am delighted to introduce you to Raiden's World. Hosted by the talented Raiden Laloma. This captivating show immerses young viewers in a world of imagination, science, and more, making learning a delightful experience. If you have Roku TV, simply download the LDM Network channel app or visit www.raidensworld.com for updates, games, and more. Also stay updated by following the show on Instagram. Raiden's World is carefully crafted to engage children in a fun and educational manner, fostering their curiosity and love for learning. The show offers a unique blend of entertainment and knowledge, ensuring that your child's educational needs are met while they enjoy the wonders of Raiden's adventures. We invite you to join us on this educational voyage that promises not only to entertain your child but also to expand their horizons. It is the perfect combination of fun and learning, creating a wholesome viewing experience for both children and parents alike. So, why wait any longer? Dive into the world of Raiden's World today and witness the magic unfold before your eyes. Thank you for choosing us to be a part of your child's educational journey.
And we're back with more Ricans. Okay? Like I said, you love the rant, send us one when you have one. So, on to more exciting news.
Yes.
Star Wars Andor 2 is knocking around the corner, brother.
I think in 2 months or next month.
Exactly. And from what I've read, because people have been asking, is there going to be more? Is it going to be this? From what I've read, this is it. It's like they already have the beginning because they got the money to finance now the rebellion. And now I guess this is just the setup into then surprising the Empire. Hello, hello, mother fathers. Yes. Like that. And then say boom and bring in the Alliance, which is what they paid for from the money they stole from the Empire, to then start this rebellion against the Empire. But that's it. Once this ends, this ends. I'm like, I won't lie, I'm a little disappointed because it should be more.
Yes.
There should be more of a storytelling because it shouldn't just be left with, you stole money. Okay. But it should at least see, like, in the very beginning, the campaign that they started and show, like, as far as the progress, the Empire falling back or forward or falling back, and then the Empire coming back and pushing them back. That struggle between that, some as they say in War Sorties, episodes of that going on. Because they're attacking them on all fronts. From the fact that they put themselves inside the Empire, they mingle with them, they drink and break bread with them, only to get secrets from them. And that, I think, hopefully, should be a third season where they try to find out who and who.
I enjoyed the series. It's not my favorite. I think it was longer than it should have been. It should have been broken down into 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I'm going to say this about a Star Wars second time because that acolytes.
I know we don't want to say that again.
No, but
that will get bleeped out.
Andor wasn't bad, but it wasn't. Scale of 1 to 10, 6.
A 6
for me. 10 being the best. 1.
Of course, I'm going to disagree with that because when we know Star Wars from as far as George Lucas was concerned, from the first 3, which was wind up being like the middle 3, and then of course the beginning 3. Like the whole trilogy was everything that Lucas paved as far as the main characters was called Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, CP3O, R2D2, and what's his name again now? Billy D. Williams. I want to call him Billy D. Williams.
Lando
Calrissian. And you got Vader and then the Emperor. So those 9 characters spawned 9 films. But that was it. Even as not a huge fan, but I used to say, as far as storytelling is concerned, is that it? And then Rogue One came into play. Yeah. Yes. And with the only exception of that scene, which was beautiful, Vader scene ever. What an entrance, to say the least.
It brought back Vader.
Oh.
Yeah.
But when they brought in Andor and other characters and showing what the rebellion was about, you now opened the door to that universe, not just the 9 characters, but there are other people and this rebellion, and this is what it's about. And then when Andor came on board, I admit, it was a little slow in the beginning because I was waiting for the action to happen. But I had to tell myself, slow down. This is story time. This is the beginnings of.
Yeah, no,
not exactly the middle or towards the end. The beginning of it, and you go, okay.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what 2 has to offer.
It was a build-up.
Very good. It was a slow build-up, but a build-up that didn't disappoint because after season 1, I wasn't like, oh, this dog. No, I was like, yo, I can't wait to see what they have next.
The last 3 episodes were the best.
Hell yeah. But it was also, like I said, the intricacies of how they did it. The fact that one guy was not I won't say a philanthropist, but he was mingling with the top heads of the Empire, the generals themselves that commanded fleets and pretty much with a little bit of wine and whatever, somehow or another, he'd find out what they were doing, what they were planning. So it's like, damn, bro, it's like the mole is in your house and you don't even know it. And he's burying a nice deep enough hole to sink you in. So I'm like, with that kind of storytelling, it becomes more intriguing. Not the excitement of, oh, space battles. No, now it's like, damn, it's in your face, you can't see it. And like you're sitting there, and like, you just broke bread with the brother, and he's, well, screwing you.
I'm hoping that this season is a little more action, because the first season established a lot.
Well, the rumor has it, and again, I'm saying rumor because a lot of talk is going on with this. One of them was, of course, it being the last season and that's it. But there is going to be some space battle scenes. You know, like I said, they're going to just show up. They're going to have a plan, and then they're going to surprise the hell out of the Empire when they show up and be like, "Hello, mother, father," and then boom. Now they're entering into the war. Now, not a war. Now they've engaged the enemy, and now they're already in a war. The Alliance, the Freedom Fighters versus the Empire, and it's going to be brutal. I mean, hence why you needed to establish why they did this, which was obvious. The Empire ruled by an iron fist, but now establish who is involved, how they came together, and what they did to make it happen. Because it was not like overnight everybody just decided to upheal and rebel. No,
Right.
All of them was all in terror as far as the Empire is concerned, especially with the fact that the Sith and his apprentice are behind it. They're the ones in control of it all. So it's like, who goes up against the Sith? Especially since they wiped out, supposedly, through the Order 66, wiped out all the Jedi. So you don't have no defenders. At least not that they know of. So people then got fed up and they formed the plan. And right now, I'm liking the way the plan looks. From the time that they hired a thief, the thief became an agent behind the scenes. And then the agent is well deep within the hornet's nest and poking and going, ha ha ha, and taking your secrets and passing it along.
Yeah.
I hope there's more of that in the second season, but not as slow. Because now you're established. Don't slow it down.
That's
Build
what I'm
it
saying.
and get
They have
higher
to.
and higher.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they don't, because
I don't think they're going to disappoint on this, especially since this is the crew and writers that were behind, that were behind the Mandalorian, behind Ahsoka, and they, at least have a good idea of how, this should roll out. I don't think they're going to slow it down. I would expect maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and then from that episode forward, nothing but just boom, one engagement after another, showing the Empire they're vulnerable and hurting them.
I'm also annoyed with the fact that they left us without the Mandalorian for a while now.
Yeah, that's the movie
Which is-
coming out now.
Yeah, but they should have done something in between it.
I thought so too,
Because
I read
it's-
before and I reported before that there was
Yeah.
going to be a season 4, then there was going to be a Mando and Grogu movie.
Right. That's the way it was. That's the way I
Supposed to.
saw. I read it too.
And now it's not. Now they're going straight into a Mando and Grogu movie. Who knows? But as I said to you before, and I'm going to say to you now, the only way you're really going to know, May the 4th. Because on that day, Star Wars will reveal everything. And I mean the whole, here's our cards all on the table, and people are going to lose their minds, obviously. I mean, I saw like a supposed listing that they did on YouTube, and the only one that really excited me more was the story of Darth Vader.
I am dying for that. And I told you that was coming soon.
So he's one of those villains that deserves that backstory. Not in just like Return of the Sith, just that little tip. No, he deserves a lot more than
Yes.
that. Because he was integral in his decimation of the Jedi, integral in putting fear across that galaxy.
And I'm hoping that if this works, they will do a Palpatine Plagueis.
Well, they already introduced them in the bleep lights.
Yeah. No, because Plagueis played a big role with.
Yes, with Palpatine,
Yes.
showing him the unnatural abilities that the Dark Force has to offer. But as I said before, the Force is just the Force. Dark or light abilities or not, it depends on the wielder what they're going to do with it. So if one figured out how to use it to heal themselves or to,
Yeah.
because, or beat death,
We learned with Ahsoka that it's not just always dark and light. There's also
No.
in between.
they're always in between. Yeah, yes, they are. There are different types of Jedis. One is the in between, one is the light, and one is the Sith.
I
But
forgot
all
what
of them,
what the in between is called, but yeah, they have a
yeah.
name too.
But all of them, the in between.
The in between.
I know it's not Stranger Things. I understand. Don't yell at us. We're just saying we're just covering what we forgot. What's the in between? Okay.
The little lightsabers.
The little lightsabers and things like that.
Vision.
It's wheel.
Again, not me.
It's not me neither. But
Nope. That's the omnipotent voice you've heard in the background.
Yes.
We own.
I'm going to change his name from God to Satan.
But again, that's good. But I would love to see that story as well, because there's so much before Return of the Jedi that, I mean, he just didn't change overnight. No, something happened between the Empire, Return of the Jedi. So in between all of that, there should be something that shows the progression of him losing his idealisms of the dark side and being remembered of what he was as a Jedi of the light.
In the books, in the comics, it explains it.
It explains it, but putting it on the screen, that is where it's going to count.
Yeah, and it's canon too. It's
awesome. Reading it is one thing, you can relate to the feeling, but now seeing it, seeing him have that conflict,
There's in one of the books, in one of the comics, he goes back to where Amidala died, and he gets all these feelings, and he hears her and everything, and that's when he finds out that he had kids.
Yeah. He knows. He feels it. She thought she died, and that was it. No kids.
There's also
after
he, and I love this part. After Vader gets made into Vader at the last scene of Episode 3. He gets angry, so angry that he throws Palpatine against one of the walls, because he's very powerful. He's more powerful than Palpatine.
Yeah, especially with the anger.
That's how Palpatine built all these
safeguards, pain guards to keep him from actually reaching his full potential.
He feels the electricity more than he should. He has pins inside his suit, needles.
Yep, like an Iron Maiden.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, because it's like you're standing there, it's like, dude, there are pins being stabbed into you. And you're like, nothing.
Yeah, and he hides the fact that he wants to kill Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
He hides it very well.
I read that. I mean, there was a shorter story that I saw on YouTube where they talked about how, what if, it was like kind of a what if story, what if Vader found a way to enhance his suit, to remove the pain guards that they have in there, and give him a new suit which gives him flexibility, movement, more movement than he had as Vader, with the
prosthetics.
With the prosthetics, well, actually the mechanical prosthetics, really, because that's all it is. He's more machine than he was man. But the thing is, the newer version wouldn't have all those limitations that takes away his ability in his connection to the Force. And with that,
yeah, he also has he walks not because he can. It's the Force.
He uses that, but the new suit gives him that without using the Force.
Yes,
gives him flexibility and movement like beyond that. And with that, we're gonna take a break, and then we'll come back and go over more with Vader and Andor 2.
And before we go on break, I want to say two things. Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Have a good one.
Hi, I am Charles Laloma, and I am the owner of the LDM Network, and I hope that you're enjoying this episode. But if you want to see past episodes of this show or any other of our shows, go to the ldmnetwork.net. We have large contents of different type of shows, and we even have podcasts. So again, check them out at ldmnetwork.net. So without further ado, let's get back to this episode.
Hey, and we're back again with more Ricans. All right. And before we went on a break, we're talking about the suit that I was telling you, that story that was enhancing his ability and connection to the Force, whereas the opposite suit that he's wearing is trying to take that connection.
Yes.
And it took everything he had. That's why he lived in that temple that was connected directly to the dark side, because the more you use it, the more you lose. But in a place that's infusing you with so much of it, of course, you're going to be extremely powerful. And that storyline showed him finally facing Sidious, but he knew at that point he was not a match anymore. The student now became the master, and he dealt with Sidious like 1, 2, 3, done, gone, and then he took over as emperor of the empire. But that was, like I said, a separate story.
Mm-hmm.
Would I love to see that in this one coming up? No, I mean, that's, again, separate from canon, but I do want to see his background when the conflict started. I hope if they do, they start it from there. When the conflict about him being Vader and him, chopping off his son's hand, did he have any regret? What led to him finally deciding, take the Emperor, throw it down the chute? That sort of thing.
There's these little snippets of drawn, and I to me they're what if stories, and some of them have where Luke and Leia take over the Empire. They have where Vader and Luke, and if they do that into real comics, I think it'll be a hit.
I think so too. Dark Horse, you listening? You guys are great for that sort of thing.
Marvel now has them.
Marvel?
Marvel has Star Wars.
Well, look at that.
You didn't know?
No. Yeah. I didn't know at the time that they were owned by them. I thought they did a story with them. I thought they did a story with Dark Horse.
No, Dark Horse lost the rights.
Lost the rights, but they did do a story with them.
Dark Horse had the rights to all Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay, you're lost, Dark Horse.
Yeah.
You cock out the bed.
Yeah.
So to say. So in that respect, I love to see that sort of thing in comic book form, or even better yet, animated form.
Yeah. That would be dope.
That would be dope, because I tell you now, with the way AI is coming, it's like it would be almost so great to see more animated features than the actual live action. And I say that only because, it takes less amount of time. The voice actors only have to use their voice, and that's it. Or they can modulate their voice and go forward from there. And now it's becoming much more quicker to create worlds, create the characters, and AI is becoming much more fluid to the point where you could see expressions that mirror even the actor. So I wouldn't be surprised of a total AI generated movie with actors' voices instead. I would love to see how that works. Pros, the production behind it, cost, the overall look. Cons, what you're taking away from the actor.
Isn't there's I forgot what it is. There's something going on right now. I think it's with Marvel. They used an image, a CGI image, an AI image of one of the actors that wasn't in the movie at all, but they used it, his likeness, and Robert Downey Jr. is upset about it. Yeah, it is. It's a scene.
Probably is. Well, that depends on. I don't remember seeing that, but I do heard about Downey being upset with AI being used for that. So again, all actors are going to be upset about that. But again, the pro part is the actor in question. Like when Rogue One was there, the actor who played the general wasn't, but they CGI'd him in, and they created it. And look, I mean, you can tell that it's somewhat animated, but it still made the story.
It's different when you ask permission from the family.
True. But when they did it, as far as production was concerned, it looked great.
Yeah.
So, but again, you're taking away from the actor, and you're right, you're taking away from the family, because again, you're losing their likeness. That likeness should be compensated for, because it's not for free.
No.
It's not. I mean, it's like my likeness is not for free to be used by AI to create something
And
that I don't agree with.
This is why Lucas in the new toy lines, if you notice the new toy lines, they don't look like the old ones. The old ones look like the actors that were in the movie. These new toy lines, they don't look like the Skywalker from back in the day. They don't look like Han Solo because he had to change it. Yeah, so
They had to change it. Now, moving on to some newer news.
yes.
And I don't know about you, but I'm hearing the rumors and I'm seeing stuff being put out there. So I'm going to come out and say it. Amazon is taking over as far as for the 007 series as executive creative, no, not executive, as creative producers of the 007 franchise. Because, whoever had it before let it go. Amazon bought the rights to it. Now they own it.
Right.
And they're going to do 3 more films. And rejoice, the franchise man of the hour, Henry Cavill, is our new 007. I mean, I've seen it so many times, I can't say now anymore that it's not going to happen because it's just too much of it out there. And hey, Amazon has it, and he's already working side by side with them with their Warhammer 40K series. So, and he was in the running. It was between him and Daniel Craig. And Daniel Craig got it only because they thought Cavill was too young to do the part. And now they're also saying it's like when he has it that he's too old to play the part. I'm like, really? Well, Pierce Brosnan was too old.
Mm-hmm.
So was Roger Moore. He was too old. And last but not least, Sean Connery was too old to do the part as well. But they all did, and they're all successful in their franchise, their roles and their movies of 007. So, and come on, I love these 3 actors, but when you look at Cavill, you can't look at him and say, well, he looks old. He's old. It's like, you're only talking in number, but you look at him up and down and say, dude, he's not old. You don't look at it at all. That's why I always had a hard time with this James Gunn putting him out for Superman and not say he was in the same story with him in it. It would have been a nice new take, at least with this version or this actor playing him. So, yeah, we'll wait for that one. I think in July coming out. Yeah, when worlds will collide, and we'll see. James Gunn created a winner or not. But I love him.
He's now working on the Batman.
Yes, and
James Gunn is working on the Batman, which I'm hoping it ranks up there with the other Batman.
I'm doing this because 2 things. One, the people are speaking crazy out there. They're pushing and pushing because there are 2 actors that they would love the most to see in this role of the Batman. All right, and that's not James Patterson because that's separate. He's going to have his.
Mm-hmm.
But this version, you're talking Jensen Ackles,
okay,
from Supernatural. We did Soldier Boy on on The Boys. And then Reacher.
I would love for Jack Reacher to do it. The guy from Jack Reacher, the series.
He's already said it online in an interview that he's
big though.
So what? So is Batman. He's big too. He's a big dude too.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have to bulk up his suit. He's already big.
Yeah, well, that's definite. He's already big. So hello. But the thing is that his character as Reacher kind of translates into that whole Batman thing. Because remember, he's a detective first. He learned how to be a detective to understand that. The fighting skill, I don't have to worry about that. He can pick up fighting skill altogether. But the detective skills that he has, as Reacher, he was also like student to see everything and call it like this.
I'm going to have to sit down and watch the 3rd season of Jack Reacher. It's finished, right?
Oh my God.
It's finished?
I'm 2 episodes away from finishing. It is so good.
Oh, it's not finished?
Go watch it.
It's not finished yet?
Not yet.
Oh, darn it.
2 more episodes to go, man. And I'm telling you, Neely shows up soon. I'm not going to tell you when, but Neely shows up. And she's going to get, that character is going to get her own series too.
Okay.
Which I can't wait. She's, woo. Okay, I'm good now. Good. If I splash a little water on myself, it's not because I'm thirsty.
No, it's because he's one of the Wonder Twins.
You're like, I'm a communicator, boy. I'm gonna send you someplace cold. You're really gonna have to roll out.
Snow tires.
Mm-hmm.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it a day. I'm Luis Cruz.
I'm Moises Nazario, and we are Nerdo Ricans. Live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.